man, for about 15 minutes, man. Let me see what you got. What you got? What you got, man? What you got for me, Rashid?
What do I have for you? Well, the talking heads on the news are still going real ham about Biden's performance on Thursday, despite it, he looked real perky on Friday and his outing on Saturday.
Well, that's all right. Uh, it's like this. It's a crazy world when that many people would rather have a convicted felon, uh, a man that's been convicted of assaulting women. Actually, he raped her. Uh, Tried to steal the last election. Um, you'd rather have him because Biden had an off night. Everybody knew he was old before the debate, right? I mean, we saw him looking like a robot every day, struggling, balancing himself to keep going. Um, to me, what we had a case of is over preparation. I think they over prepared and tired him out and everything. The man is old. Plus, he at the same time, yeah, and at the same time, he didn't get a vacation from being the president. He still was up at night doing covert missions and managing the country. Uh, if anything, we all know how Trump likes to project. So I'd say they geeked him up on something. You know, you
That's a good observation.
yeah
It really is.
yeah
It's leaning more or less on, well, is it truly that the Trump campaign and some of the things that they say when they are, on TV, when he's out campaigning, and some of the things that were dropped in the right wing media and the Republican leaning media, that Biden was being cocktails for energy.
yeah, that's what they said, but we would have knew it, wouldn't we?
True.
That was really himself at 9 o'clock at night. That was Biden's night time. You know, um, the man 80 years old, man. Come on, man. He ain't got the energy of a 40-year-old. You know.
I got you. No, you're right. You're right. But then that goes into, will he have enough go? Will he have enough energy, stamina to do another 4-year term? And if he doesn't, do you think Kamala would be a great replacement? Or do you think the Democrats are gonna, get together and hey, we need to have a meeting of the minds, man, because Biden, he's slipping fast.
Well, let's look at it this way. That was a ticket. His ticket was nominated presidency. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris as the vice president. Their vice president is usually not up front. You see very little of the vice president. And when they voted him in, considering his choice for vice president. So now all of a sudden, it's really all the people saying, yeah, if he don't make it. When you look at all the pundits on Fox News and all of that stuff, they're talking about if Biden don't make 4 years, can you believe they're going to put Kamala Harris up there? What they're really saying is, can you really believe they're going to put that black woman up there? And
yeah, they got to speak in code.
Right. And they ought to just go ahead and say it because that's what it really is. And we know it.
It may turn off some of their, potential voters that they're trying to reach. Because it's going to be close.
It's going to be close. It was close last time. But it's a possibility that it don't be as close as they think it is. because I don't believe them when they say all these blacks are going to vote for him. I don't believe that. I don't. I don't. I just don't.
Well, a lot of
You got some Byron Donalds, and you got a lot of what is it, Tim Scotts? You know, looking like what's his name on Django? Steven. Steven on Django, man. Come on, man. Let's just be real about it. Let's be real about it. So, hey, man, I don't care if Biden would have fell asleep at the podium.
Wow.
It would have been a better choice than what the Republicans are offering. Now, it would have been a fair assessment if they would have said, we don't want neither one of them. Bring us two more. But it's too late in the game for that now.
Oh, never mind. You just answered my question.
Yeah.
You think it's too late? Yeah, it's too late.
Listen. If Biden don't make the 4 years, we had a rest of the term with Kamala Harris in time to come up with a new prospect. You follow me? Because they could come right out if she don't do a good job and say, Kamala, we're not supporting you. You know what I mean? And we gonna promote somebody else. But right now, it's late in the game. Biden didn't do much for us for civil rights. The whole Democratic Party, it's not just Biden, the Congress and the Senate, they wasn't able to stop the Supreme Court from doing what they did. They didn't.
When they silenced the squad and the progressives.
Well, the Supreme Court, what they're doing is they're letting the Supreme Court make the decisions that the Congress and the Senate is supposed to be making. They're supposed to send laws to the Supreme Court. But instead, the Supreme Court is just coming straight out. They cutting out the middleman and saying, this is what we're going to do. So, and that's what they're doing. Tomorrow, they're supposed to judge on that immunity case.
I'm not holding my breath, bro. They've been talking about that for 2.5, this is going on 3 weeks now.
112 days they had to decide on this case. And they didn't.
Right.
So they all.
For the past 3 weeks, they've been chucking and jiving like, yo, we're going to give a response. We're going to give a response. They've been having all the pins and needles for 3 weeks.
Yeah, but really, for 112 days, it don't take 112 days to say nobody is above the law. Nobody. I mean, our laws represent that no person is above the law. So what they're debating is whether or not Donald Trump is above the law. That's what the whole holdup is. Everybody else in the country is not. Donald Trump is. And the only dilemma that they have is if they say the president is above the law, we got Biden in office. So what can Biden say? Okay, we're not gonna have no more elections. I'm gonna be president from now on out. That's what they're afraid of. That's what they're afraid of. They had 112 days, not 3 weeks. 112 days. And they already put it out of the way, but
for his numerous court proceedings. That's what it was. Yeah, we want to see how this shake with some of these state level courts and see how it panned out. Well, this is how it panned out. New York indicted him. Georgia indicted him. New York got him racked up on, 36 felonies? 34 felonies?
Yeah. So um, if the Supreme Court said tomorrow Donald Trump is not immune from being prosecuted, 112 days is not enough time for them to adjudicate this in court, because every false, fake, laughable motion that Donald Trump lawyers put out there, they're going to give them consideration. And 112 days, that's what, a little bit over 3 months. So that's going to eat up all the time for the election. So
Wow.
the damage is already done. They know what they was doing. They they knew what they was doing. They don't have to rule favorably for him. They did his bidding when they delayed it for almost 3.5 months. The damage is already done. It's already done. It's already done. So, by the way, this is less.
It's nothing that the Senate will want to do. They can't intervene or they won't intervene.
The Senate, I don't think they could. The Department of Justice could, but we already know what Garland gonna do. Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Because Garland's sitting up there worried about what the missing the whole laptop fiasco with Hunter Biden.
Well, Biden already convicted on that, so that's over. All
Why is he so scared? Why is he being so skittish as far as, hey, there's, remember, there are checks and balances.
it ain't got nothing to do. It has nothing to do with Biden's son. Even when it was looking like they was gonna throw the case out, Garland didn't do anything. Garland didn't do anything. Um, it don't have nothing. I mean, the laptop. So what? What that got to do with Joe Biden? His son's a freak and a crackhead. You know, there are many families, thousands, millions of families that has been touched by drug addiction, alcoholism. You know, they're not unique just because they're elite.
Trump's brother alcoholic?
Probably was. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo, man. Biden wasn't smoking no crack. Biden just got his ego too big, and they should have deflated it a year ago and told him, Biden, we ain't gonna support you on the ticket. We don't think you're gonna make it, bro. You know, but they did. They did. So now at this point, the Wagners need to circle around him, get him in office, and uphold him to keep Trump out of. The thing is to keep Trump out of office. You know, and everybody that's doubting Biden right now is giving a vote for Trump. Is giving a vote for Trump. Everybody knew when they elected him 4 years ago how old he was going to be today. And he like any entertainer or boxer, it's hard for them to retire. So, you know, I mean, the man ain't horrible, man. I mean, what you expect from that man? Look at his age, man. Walk through a nursing home. Walk outside your house and run across a couple 81, 82-year-olds. And you tell me that Biden should be acting different than them because he's the president of the United States. No, he's still 80-something years old. He's doing all right with negotiations. He's doing everything all right. The only complaint I got against him, and it's a big one, is they haven't done anything on voting rights for blacks. And he picked a bum for an attorney general. You know, there's no way he should have picked that soft guy. He should have got Glenn Kirshner. And anybody else would have went after Trump from the giddy up.
I agree. Now, how do you feel about Alan Bragg might being tapped? for the new head of the DOJ if Biden gets elected for another term?
I think he'd be a good choice, and not just because he successfully prosecuted Donald Trump, because I think any prosecutor could prosecute Donald Trump. It's push button. He a criminal. Point blank, he a criminal. So it wouldn't be hard to, in a fair court, a judge that you and I would go in front of, Donald Trump would be convicted 10 out of 10. Yeah. We haven't heard anything about Bonnie Lewis. They just done quieted that down, you know. So I don't know. But anyway, this is Let's Rap with Bernard. If you like it, click on the like button, click on the bell so you can get alerts when it's a new episode out. We had Rashid with us today. We had a spirited, 15 and a half minutes. We don't have much time today, but it was an honor to have Rashid with us today. I always like
it. It was an honor to be here, bro. Like, I'm always curious to know where your mind is, with everything that's going on in the world. And I enjoy talking about it, too, because there's few people we can do that with.
And you hit that right on the head, man. And that's a sad commentary,
Well, maybe more of this, you can get some folks involved, bro.
If it stimulated conversation, action, and, that would be great, man. That would be great. We need that. But I'm gonna thank everybody that press a like. We're gonna have Rashid on more often, as promised. And we'd like to share some of the conversations we be having. We think you'll like them.
I think they will too, bro.
Yeah, for right now, this is Bernard and Rashid. We signing off. Peace.